noticed you were looking a little down. Is everything okay? I don't mean to barge in or anything, but you seemed like you could use someone to talk to. Or, just someone to sit with for a while. Can I come in? I promise I won't take up much space. Thanks. I'll just sit here for a bit. You don't have to say anything if you don't feel like it. Sometimes words are hard when you're feeling off, aren't they? And that's okay. Whatever's on your mind. I'm not here to judge or push you to explain. I just noticed, and I wanted to check on you. I've been there before, That feeling when everything feels a little too heavy, like even the smallest things are too much to deal with. It's hard to shake off, isn't it? But you don't have to do it alone. Sometimes, just having someone nearby can make it feel a little less overwhelming. Hey, if you'd rather not talk about what's bothering you, that's totally fine. We can just sit here. Or I can distract you with some random story or a funny thing that happened to me the other day. Whatever works for you, really. I mean it when I say I'm here for you. I know we don't always think to ask for help when we need it. It's hard to reach out, especially when you're in the middle of it all. But I want you to know that I care. You're not a burden, okay? Not to me. Even if you're feeling stuck right now, I believe things will get better. It might not seem that way right away, but little by little, they will. And in the meantime, you've got me. Let's just take this moment as it comes. There's no rush to feel okay. It's strange how heavy emotions can feel, isn't it? Like it's not just in your mind, it's in your chest, your shoulders, even your legs sometimes. It's exhausting. I don't think we give ourselves enough credit for how hard it is to carry that weight. So, if you've been feeling tired, that's completely understandable. It's not your fault. If it's okay with you, I'd like to just be here for a while. I'm not in a rush or anything, so don't feel like you need to entertain me or anything like that. We can just sit here in the quiet. Sometimes silence is the best kind of company, don't you think? It's like a shared understanding where no one has to fill the space with words. Do you ever think about how small comforts can make a big difference? Like the way a warm blanket feels, or the sound of rain tapping against the window. Little things like that can remind you that the world isn't all bad, even when it feels like it. Maybe we can find something like that right now, a tiny bit of peace in this moment. You don't have to fight your feelings, It's okay to just let them be. Sometimes we think we have to fix everything right away, but emotions don't really work like that. They need time, and it's okay to let them run their course. You're doing the best you can, and that's enough. If you're comfortable, I could stay here with you for as long as you need. You don't have to do anything, and you don't have to figure everything out right now. Just let me share this space with you. You're not alone in this, okay? It's kind of amazing how resilient you are, even if it doesn't feel that way right now. Just the fact that you're here, facing whatever's going on, says a lot about your strength. I know it's hard to see that in yourself sometimes, especially when everything feels overwhelming. But I see it. I see you. Have you ever thought about how every storm eventually passes? Even when it feels endless, it's always moving, changing, fading. I'm not saying it makes the storm any easier to deal with while you're in it, but it does mean that it won't last forever. And while you're waiting for the skies to clear, you don't have to weather it by yourself. I don't know if anyone's told you this lately, but you're allowed to take care of yourself. You're allowed to rest, to say no, to put yourself first. It doesn't make you weak or selfish. It makes you human. Everyone needs that sometimes. And it's okay to give yourself permission to just be, without expectations or pressure. If you want, we can focus on something simple together. Maybe the sound of my voice, or the rhythm of your breathing. you out of your head for a little while. It's okay to take breaks from those heavy thoughts. You don't have to carry them every second. No matter what's weighing on you, you don't have to figure it all out tonight. This moment right here, it's enough. You're enough. And I'm here with you for as long as you need. We'll face it together, okay? You know, you don't have to try to be strong all the time. It's okay to lean on someone else once in a while. We all need that. Sometimes, just having someone nearby who cares can make things feel a little lighter, even if it's just for a moment. That's why I'm here. I was thinking about how we always feel like we have to fix everything immediately. Like, the second something feels wrong, we're supposed to snap our fingers and make it better. But life doesn't really work that way, does it? Sometimes, the best thing we can do is just let ourselves feel what we're feeling and take things one step at a time. You've been carrying a lot, haven't you? I can see it. It's written in the way your shoulders slump and the way your eyes seem a little tired. But you don't have to carry it all alone. Even if I can't take the weight away completely, I can help you hold it for a while. Hey, do you remember when we first met? I always thought there was something about you, something strong and kind at the same time. You have this way of making people feel safe, like they can be themselves around you. I hope you know that it's okay to let someone do the same for you. Let's just sit here together for a while. We don't have to talk or figure anything out. Just take a deep breath and let yourself rest, even if it's only for a little bit. You're not alone in this. You've got me, and I'm not going anywhere. I was thinking, maybe you could let me sit closer. Only if you're comfortable with it, of course. Sometimes just having someone right there, shoulder to shoulder, can make everything feel a little less lonely. No pressure, though. Just let me know what feels right for you. It's funny how something as simple as a hug or leaning against someone can be so calming, isn't it? Like the world might still be spinning out there, but in this little bubble, it's quiet, safe. That's all I want for you right now, for you to feel like you don't have to fight so hard to hold it all together. If you're okay with it, maybe I could hold you for a bit, just so you can let go for a while. You don't have to be strong right now. You can just be. Let me take some of the weight off, even if it's just for a moment. I'm not going anywhere, and you're not a burden to me. You know, you're really special. I hope you realize that. Even when you're feeling low, you have this light about you that doesn't go out. It's still there, even if it's hard for you to see. And I'm going to be right here, reminding you of that, until you feel it again for yourself. Close your eyes if you want to. Just focus on being here, in this moment, with someone who cares about you. There's nothing you need to do or prove. You're enough, just as you are. And I'll stay as long as you need me to. You're not alone. Not now. Not ever. It's quiet now, isn't it? Sometimes the silence can feel so heavy, but right now, it feels calm. Like the world has paused just for a little while, giving you a chance to breathe. That's what I want for you, to feel like you can just take a deep breath and let it out without holding on to anything extra. You've been so strong for so long. I know it might not feel that way to you, but I see it. Every single day, you're doing your best, even when it feels like you're not. And that's enough. You don't have to push yourself so hard all the time. It's okay to take a step back and let someone else hold space for you. Right now, nothing else matters but this moment. Just you and me, sitting here. It's safe, it's calm, and it's enough. You're enough. You always have been, even if you forget sometimes. And that's why I'm here, to remind you of the things you might lose sight of when the weight of everything becomes too much. You can rest now. You deserve that. Close your eyes if you haven't already, and let yourself feel how safe you are right here. There's no pressure to fix anything or be anything other than yourself. You're doing more than enough just by being here. If you start to drift off, that's okay. I'll still be here. I'll stay right here with you, keeping this space warm and safe. You're not alone, and you never will be. Just let yourself rest. Everything else can wait.